Hey guys, Vojta from Black Hole Crew here, bringing you EU Masters 2017 Finals, hosted at our awesome gaming and social hub Black Oil. The matchup here is Bloody from Poland on the left, playing Una 2 in Devourer's host, and on the right Arpart from Hungary, playing pretty unconventional Gorten list in Hammerstrike. I am trying to commentate for the first time in English, so I apologize in advance for any mistakes. So Bloody has first turn here, which is obviously really good for him. He's playing pretty standard Devourer's host lists, 2 units of Tharn, 1 unit of Bloodtrackers, 5 Griffons, Gorax for Primal obviously, Death Wolves. And Arpart is playing his Gorten list, and to be honest, I don't really see many good synergies there. I guess he said he's trying new stuff, so there are obviously some good models from good Rulik models, but I don't really see obvious synergies with Gorton's spell lists and feat. He has 2 Forge Guards, 2 Artilleries, 2 Battle Engine, which are really good after the CID. A couple of Bashers, Driller and Blaster, Thor and Bokur. So Bloody is taking his first turn here. Arpart deployed both battle engines centrally, Forge Guard on the flank, which is interesting. They are really slow, so I think they might have been more central. The scenario here is extraction. Bloody is running really aggressively up, not scared of Arpart's shooting. Not measuring any threat ranges. He's just okay taking some hits, and a lot of his stuff has stealth or high defense, so he's willing to sacrifice, for example, some Bloodtrackers to the AoEs or some Tharn to trigger vengeance, which is kind of smart. Let's see if Arpart will give it to him. So left unit of Tharn ran, and 2 Griffons ran on the hill. Una is putting Mirage on the left unit of Tharn, and Hand of Fate on the right unit of Tharn, and they are now running up. So pretty standard setup. He will be able to upkeep Mirage and then cycle Hand of Fate on the next unit next turn, and everything else gets into position. So let's see what will Arpart do here. I think he will try to lob some shots. If he is walking and shooting, he might struggle to get into scenario. Bloody already pushing aggressively on his board position. So first battle engine using periscope on 1 Griffon on the hill, shooting him and missing with the cannon, but hit on the AoE and hits with a crit, so it's crit stagger and put some good damage on the Griffin. You know, the Griffin is arm 13, so if you manage to hit it, it's always nice. Jacks are running up. Second battle engine will be trying to lob some AoEs into the Bloodtrackers. They are pretty well spaced out, so let's see how many of them die. Looks like 2 already. And the second scatter is off. Nothing else to shoot for the battle engine. Artillery is shooting Tharn, killing him and proccing Vengeance on the sentry unit, which is really good for Bloody. So now 1 unit of Forge Guard runs up, forming kind of a line with a wall of steel. We'll see next turn if it's a good idea or not. Arpa didn't pre-measure any threat ranges from Bloody, so second unit is also running up, hiding behind the battle engine. And I think he procced Vengeance as well on the top unit with the second artillery, so that unit is moving 5 inches, Vengeance plus Apparition, and the central unit is moving 3 inches for the Vengeance. So now I think both units are in range to charge into some juicy dwarf stuff. And with their mini feat of Mass Carnage giving them overtake, and their Heart Eater, they can murder a lot of infantry. So let's see what will happen here. Bloody is thinking about his order of activations. First he's putting Primal on 1 Griffon. So he's already decided that he will send him in, probably on one of the battle engines. And I think he will need a feat for that, but we'll see. So first unit of Tharn charging in, popping mini feat, and start a little battle dance with the dwarves. They have Hand of Fate, so hitting on not triple ones and killing on 6 with Hand of Fate, so it's pretty trivial for them. And this is really turning into mass carnage. That guy killed 6 Forge Guard already. And they also got some charging on Jax. They won't be able to wreck them obviously, but every damage counts, especially on Warjacks, which are quite easily crippled. So 4 members left from the blue Forge Guard unit. Looks like Bloodtrackers will try to kill the rest. I think they are their prey also, so it's ideal target for them. Shooting into combat even, but it's you know, base defense 10, and some of the Bloodtrackers got back arc, so it's really not the problem with prey. And all of the blue unit or Forge Guard are dead already. So that went pretty well for Bloody. I think he will be satisfied with that. Death Wolves are forming a line. Looks like it will be a screen for Una to go behind them. So Una is cycling Hand of Fate of the other unit of Tharn and popping feet, allowing her Griffons to charge the battle engine. I think he was out without the feet, so he starts off with the Tharn unit, one charging Forge Guard, two charging battle engine, another one charging Forge Guard from the other side. Looks like charge on or maybe only run to engage the artillery. So we'll see if Bloody will be able to repeat the Mass Carnage from the other side of the table. Looks like it's going well for him. As I said, with Hand of Fate, the dice are quite non-existent factor, and one guy is single-handedly able to kill a whole unit of Forge Guard, which is pretty awesome. So more charging on battle engine. Hurts him a bit, soften up for the Griffins. Now this Griffin was the staggered one, so now there's a rules discussion whether if he's able to charge or not. But in the end it doesn't matter, he has the distance just to walk in. So he won't be able to make his initials, but he can buy attacks and proc flank for his comrades. So second Griffin goes in, and last one, this one with Primal. He doesn't have Hand of Fate, but it's still dice of 6 with flank, and with the previous damage from the Tharn and other Griffins, he manages to kill the battle engine. Fourth Griffin runs to the flag, and last one gets into the position in the middle of the table. So Bloody won't be able to score this turn because he was the first player, but I think he will be really satisfied with this turn. He killed 2 whole units of Forge Guard and a battle engine, which is pretty damn huge, and I think Arpad will now struggle to get back into the game attrition wise. Fortunately for him, Gorten has quite good assassination feat. Landslide, it's obviously not that good as it was in Mark II, where you could throw him forward, double hand throw him, and because he has solid ground he won't be knocked down, and that made the feat a lot more dangerous. Now it's just speed 4 and control area 10 feet, so quite low threat range. Obviously you can charge him in, but I don't think Una is in range now. So Arpad is starting with his turn with killing a Tharn with Bokur. Then killing more Tharn with his jacks. Gorten didn't cast any spell last turn. He camped all the focus. Let's see what he will do this turn. Blaster is going to spray a Tharn and a Griffon. Kills a Tharn, proccing Vengeance. Oh, sorry, it was already procced from the previous dead guys. Not many Tharn left, but I think they did their job pretty well. So battle engine that is left is walking away from the Tharn, taking free strike. And shooting some more Tharn. Kills one. Kills another one, and blast damage to the Griffons. So now Gorten is free to charge in, charging a Tharn that is engaging his jack and full camping his 5 focus. He's really quite hard to kill because he's 13-19, 18 boxes, full camp, so he can afford to be in the open like this. And he's screened with another jack. He really needs to get into the position to get good feet next turn. So now an artillery is walking away from the Tharn, taking free strike and shooting after that. Second one shooting some more Tharn. Vengeance already procced, so it doesn't matter. And Arpad passes a turn. Bloody scores 1 on the top flag because Arpad didn't manage to contest it. He pretty much ran out of models on that side of the table. It's looking better for him on the side closer to camera, but Bloody is doing his vengeance now, doing some damage to the objective. He can damage it because it's already 3rd turn. And the Griffin is frenzying into his comrade. So now the Bloodtrackers that are hard flanking will try to kill Bokur. 2 manage to get to the back strikes, ignoring the shield, and Bokur is dead. The rest is switching prey to I'm not sure if it's a Basher or a Driller, and putting some damage. Is dice of 8, so nothing great, but everything counts. So now Bloody is trying to kill the objective, sending his griffons, and manages to kill it, so that's second point for him. He will also score his turn, at the end of his turn, the top flag, of course, so he's guaranteed 3 points now. He's running the Gorax to the flag, so the Griffin can do something else. He will try to kill a Basher or Driller. I really can't see behind the building, but it's one of the heavy jack. I think it's the Basher, because of the damage grid. And there is also another Griffin there, so together they manage to kill the jack and sprint to the hill. So now I think Bloody is experienced player enough to recognize that the game is pretty much in his bag. He's 3-0 up on the scenario, and Arpad really doesn't have any good way to contest the top flag. So right now Bloody needs to only think that he needs to be careful about is not to get assassinated by landslide and follow-up attacks. So that wolf's charging into Gorten just to annoy him. I think Bloody is not expecting, of course, to kill him, but just to engage him so he has something to do and cannot focus on killing Una, I guess. So the remaining Tharn are still cleaning up some of the artillery and charging also into Gorten. So now only Una is left. Bloody is now measuring kill box. How far can he go to be as far as possible from Gorten? Maximum threat range is 17 if Gorten manages to charge and then feed. So Una is just dropping some fury or maybe healing some griffins and running away, camping 4, and Bloody goes to 3 points. So I think it's definitely a feed turn for Arpad, but I don't think he will manage to get to Una. She's too far away, and Gorten is surrounded by enemies. So Arpad is now trying to proxy position of his caster and see how many models will he get to into his feet. He also really needs to contest the top flag, otherwise he will lose automatically, but I'm not sure if it's possible, if there's any model. I think the battle engine is too far away, the jacks are definitely too far away. Gorten himself cannot contest, obviously, so I'm not sure here what will Arpad achieve. He's feeding nevertheless, pushing to the top edge of the table, pushing half in the rough terrain. And the Griffin stops at the flag, crucially, because he doesn't have enough distance to go past it, so he's base to base with the flag. So he managed to push Gorax from it, but pushed another Griffin on it. So maybe if he would have chosen another edge, maybe towards Bloody, but I'm not sure. So now Arpad is trying to kill as much models as possible. He will score at the flag closer to the camera. He managed to kill most of the models in this area, so he's pretty much dominating this side of the table, and all of Bloody's models are shifted to the top side of the table, so he's dominating there. Looks like Battle Engine is walking and bashing his turn and trying to kill some more Griffins that are already pretty damaged. His periscope ability really handy here, but it seems he doesn't manage to get anything to contest the top flag. So now at the end of Arpad's turn, Bloody will go to 4, and in his next turn he will go to 5, winning him the game on scenarios. So big congratulations to Bloody for winning EU Masters 2017. He is the EU champion. So a little bit of afterthoughts after the game. I think the game really was decided in that explosive second turn from Bloody. I think Arpad underestimated his threat ranges with Vengeance and Mirage. So both units of Tharn got to do their thing and just murder everything, and it's hard to come back from the turn where you lose 2 full units of Forge Guard and a Battle Engine. So I think from there the game was pretty much decided. All Bloody needed to do was to play safe with Una, not to get her killed, and the game was in his pocket pretty much. So that was it, and for all of you who haven't visited us yet at Black Oil, we really hope to see you there at some event. It's whether it's Czech Masters or EU Masters next year. This was already the second year of EU Masters, so really we would like to invite everyone to come and play and drink with us at Black Oil. So thank you for watching, and see you there soon. Bye bye.